What it do, beloved? About to lock in. Got the whole gang with me today. You know it's gonna be a good one. Verse 32, chapter 9 of Matthew. As they went out, behold, they brought to him a dumb man possessed with a devil. And when the devil was cast out, the dumb spoke. And the multitudes marveled, saying, it was never so seen in Israel. But the Pharisees said, he casted out the devils through the prince of the devils. Dang, bro. This whole chapter just worked, bro. This whole chapter just, dang, grinding, brother. Every single video got a new, or every single segment of the chapter just got a new person that needs help, has a new struggle, has a new activity, a new dang miracle to be worked. Every single one. It's crazy how the whole chapter, every single bit of it, from the beginning to the dang end, seemingly, straight up, from the beginning to the end, just been straight work for the God, for the Lord, for Christ, right? Now they got a dang dumb man. I forget if there was a yeah, I think this is the first. This is the only devil, right, that he throws out in this chapter, right? Every single one of them, though, seemingly continuously just constantly coming at him. And right, so the first one was the guy needed to get up out the bed and walk, right? Sick of the palsy, right? And then second one was the daughter getting raised from the dead. Third one was the garment, the lady with the blood disease touching the hem. And then the two blind men. Now the dumb, right? The devil. Interesting. I'm sure there's something in the order of those, right? Picking up someone to walk, picking someone up from the dead, healing someone's blood, healing someone's sight, fighting the devils. I don't know. There's probably something in there. I don't know. I'm sure there's something in there. I'll have to think about it. But you should definitely also think about it. You'll probably be able to see something I don't, right? Definitely probably something to that, right? But regardless, to get specific, when the devil was cast out, the dumb spoke. So the dumb, I'm not entirely sure. So was he dumb because the devil was in him, or was he dumb with the devil as well? It says when the devil was cast out, the dumb spoke. And dumb, I believe, is just someone that can't speak. Someone that might be, special needs, something like that. Dumb. And so it's like, if he was dumb, but also had a devil, does that, I don't. So was he like now Down syndrome, but like with a right mind? I don't know. That'd be a tough life. That'd be a tough life, bro. For sure. I don't know. Yeah. That's interesting. I wonder about that. But then they're like, oh, it was never so seen in Israel. But it's like, bro, literally one chapter before that, I believe, it's like he did the devil. Oh, I guess that wasn't a different land, a different coast, right? So maybe it wasn't Israel. But literally, like the paragraph before that, he just raised someone from the dead. So it's like, is casting out a demon, is making the dumb speak, more of a interest, more of a curiosity than raising someone from the dead? Is that a greater power? I feel like raising for someone from the dead is probably a far greater feat of miracle worship, of power, right? A miracle, my bad, I don't know why I said that. But yeah, that's interesting. But then the Pharisees, he casteth out devils through the prince of the devils. Like, bro, they just can't give him anything, bro. Because giving him something would mean that they are taking from themselves, because they are opposing Jesus, right? And when you set yourself up as an op, dude, you just set yourself up for failure, right? Setting yourself up as an op just gives you more opportunity to be proven wrong, to be looked at dumb, to be defeated, right? Jesus says, if they are not against us, they're with us, right? Hey, bro. Yeah, just like, I mean, it's obvious, I guess. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. But just being, I have a problem with being aggressive. I ain't gonna lie. I'm an aggressive person to an extent. That's what I've been told, at least. And making myself an op, right, it just gives me, I can just see it within my, with the possibilities, right? That, yeah, being an op is not the move, right? Obviously have standards, obviously have morals, obviously have a rock solid foundation to stand upon and not be moved off of. But going out, stepping off of that rock to tell everyone else, to defeat those that are on sand, right? To maybe, I don't know. Yeah, just being aggressive, I guess. Being an op, right? Just gives you more of a chance to be proven wrong, right? Because right here you can see in the Pharisees, they're trying to find everything wrong with Jesus and what he's saying and prove him wrong and say he is not what he's saying he is, right? And every time they do that, and they have to do that every time, right? And every time that they do that, they look stupid, right? Look dumb, because they're full of themselves, because they see someone that maybe they think is better than them, maybe they see as could take power from them, and they oppose that, right? They're being an op out of pride. Maybe that's the thought process there. Don't be an op out of pride. Be an op for God, right? Maybe, be aggressive towards the things that do not glorify God. I don't know. On the other hand, it's allow God to do what he needs to do, right? Have faith in God that he will do what he needs to do. But on the other hand, it's like, what if God is using you in what he needs to do, right? So I guess, have an open heart, right? Ask God, talk to everyone. That's why you build a relationship with the Lord, right? You talk with him, right? You pray. Hey, am I on the right path here? Do I have righteous aggressiveness, right? Am I being a righteous op, right? I don't know. Because I don't think, you look at Jesus, he wasn't a puss boy, right? He wasn't laying down until it was time, right? Until it was his will, right? I don't know, bro. Just something I'm thinking about, right? Just something I'm thinking about. 35. And Jesus went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues and preaching the gospel of the kingdom and healing every sickness and every disease among the people. Boom, he's running through, bro. He's cleansing a wave of righteousness, right? Bro is going through the cities and the villages, teaching in the synagogues. He's letting them know. He's showing them. He's not only is he living how he is teaching, but he's teaching how he's living, right? He's teaching and preaching the gospel of the kingdom and healing every sickness and every disease among the people. He's healing everyone. Anyone that comes to him, healing them. And maybe he's even going out and healing, finding people that need healing, right? I don't know. It doesn't say that. But either way, it says that he's healing all the people, every disease, right? But when he saw the multitudes, he was moved with compassion on them because they fainted and were scattered abroad as sheep having no shepherd. Then saith he unto his disciples, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest, that he will send forth laborers into his harvest. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Because, yeah, look at that. The harvest is truly plenteous, but the laborers are few. Right? Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest that he will send forth laborers into his harvest. Right? Laborers, right? I mean, just off my previous thought process of the ops, right? Being a righteous op, right? He's saying send forth laborers, right? Sending forth is not sitting there waiting, right? Maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe there's a job where you just sit there and wait. But in this phrasing, this terminology that I'm seeing here, sending forth laborers, right? Laborers are few, right? You know what there's few of? People willing to go out and get it, right? People willing to go out and live it, right? People not afraid to get into it, you know? And obviously, I'm not saying go out there, start bashing, right? Start being a nuisance, a problem, right? I'm not saying that. Because, hey, bro, I've as a child, I was out there street preaching, yelling, standing on the corner, bright red shirts on, right? Dang, whole state knew who we were, right? We were in murals, right? Because we were out on the streets so hard, every day, every night, all the time. They knew who we were. We had that name, right? But it wasn't good, right? A majority of people hated us, did not like us, because all we did was yell. All we did was be aggressive, kind of, to an extent. Our signs were not necessarily, they were to strike fear, right? It was not to spread love, right? It was to strike fear. Because if you look at Jesus' teachings, it's not very often that he's striking fear. And maybe this is something I got to look at, right? So it's something I got to pay attention to, right? But as far as I know, as far as I've seen, Jesus ain't out here striking fear. He's teaching, right? He's letting you know. He's showing you. And typically in a very mild-mannered way, right? Typically in a easy to understand way, easily digestible way. He's to the people, he's not out here being aggressive. To the Pharisees, he'll let them know. To the people opping him, to the people pushing him, right? He pushed back. He stands firm, right? He lets them know. He's not afraid to call them out. But to the people, he has compassion. To the people, he has compassion on them, right? He's just not striking fear into their hearts. He's going out, he's helping them, right? And yeah, laborers, like it's good to be able to stand on business, but striking fear into the hearts of people, I don't think is the move, right? With the name of the Lord, right? Because that's, I mean, as I look back on it, right? Our shirts were said Jesus saves, bright, big, bright red shirts, right? But the people knew us as just being really loud, really rude, and our signs were fear based. Oh, you're going to hell. Oh, like that stuff, right? And it's not, yo, you're worth my time, right? I want to help you, right? I think, you can do better type, right? I know you can do better, right? Let me help you do better. Let me show you what helped me get better, right? Because you're worth the time, right? Yeah. And then using that fear-based mentality with the name of Jesus, right? As like your front name, right? You're tying that fear-based mentality, which, obviously having the fear of the Lord, but the fear of the Lord, in my eyes, what I have fear of the Lord is dying and going to hell, or not going to hell, but not going to hell, right? But dying, facing the Lord, right? And him saying, dang, you could have done better, right? That's, I think, the fear of the Lord, not living up to his expectations, right? Or, disappointing him, right? Just in general, and obviously life that you live, right, is not as good as it could be, right? You're never going to be able to be perfect, but you can do your best, right? So, yeah, that's what I see as the fear of the Lord, not going to hell. You shouldn't be doing it so you don't go to hell, right? Like, I just think that's a lame cop out, right? You should be doing it because you love God and you love Jesus and you appreciate the sacrifice, right? But hey, besides the point, right? Laborers going out. Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting lost in the thoughts, right? Lost in the sauce. I think I kind of made all the points I need to make there. So, yeah, I'm gonna call it. It was a good chapter, solid chapter. A lot to learn, right? A lot to think about. Yeah, good stuff. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Ask the Lord to bless you. Amen.